Hi, first grade. Welcome to Reading Workshop. In the last few weeks, we have been working on the book George and Martha, and we have been learning different strategies that good readers do. Today, we're going to put all of those strategies together to read the second chapter and use our best storytelling voices. Some things that we're going to use are scooping up more words, looking at punctuation, and helping the characters come to life by changing our voice to match that of what's happening to the book. Let's get started putting all of these reading skills together. All right, we're going to start in the second chapter of the book, story number 2, The Secret Club. Remember, in shared reading, you're reading with me, so make sure that you are getting ready to read. Let's try to scoop up as many words as we can and remember to use all of our skills. Where are you going, George? Asked Martha. Ooh, we're making sure to pay attention to punctuation. What is this punctuation called? It's a question mark, so we have to change our voice to ask a question. Let's reread that one more time. Where are you going, George? Asked Martha. I'm going to my secret club, said George. I'll come along, said Martha. Oh no, said George. It's a secret club. But you can let me in, said Martha. Let's stop at this word, me. It's different from the other words. It's italicized, meaning that it's a little bit tilted to the side. Let's stop and think, why did the author do this? Why is the word me slanted, and why does it look different from the other words? It looks different because the author is trying to emphasize that word. It wants our voice to really make this word pop. Listen to the sentence as I read it, and when I read the word me, listen to how I change my voice to make that word kind of stretch out a little bit. But you can let me in, said Martha. She's trying to say, I'm special to you, I'm your friend. So she's saying you can let me in. Let's practice that sentence all together on 3. 1, 2, 3. But you can let me in, said Martha. No, I can't, said George, and he went on his way. Martha was furious. Each time that you reread, your reading voices get stronger and stronger. I'm going to scoop up more words with my finger as I swipe through, and you're going to read this passage again as smoothly as you can to make our reading voices get stronger. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Where are you going, George? Asked Martha. I'll come along, said Martha. Oh no, said George. Good. No, I can't, said George. Now he went on his way. Martha was furious. I love how I heard so many of you making the voice match what the author wanted and stretching out the me. Let's keep on reading and using all of our strategies to read smoothly. When George was inside his secret clubhouse, Martha made a terrible fuss. You let me in, she shouted. No, said George. Yes, yes, cried Martha. No, no, said George. I'm coming in whether you like it or not, cried Martha. Here we see another word that's different from the others. So the author wants us to change our voice. Let's go back and reread that sentence to match and really make that word pop. I'm coming in whether you like it or not, cried Martha. We can tell from her face that she is really upset. She wants to get in. Ready? We're going to read this page one more time to smooth out our reading. On 3, 1, 2, 3. When George was inside his secret clubhouse, Martha made a terrible fuss. You let me in, she shouted. No, said George. Yes, yes, cried Martha. No, no, said George. I'm coming in whether you like it or not. cried Martha. It's getting intense. When Martha saw the inside of George's clubhouse, she was so ashamed. Let's stop and look. Why was she ashamed? What is going on in this page? On here it says the Martha Clubhouse, George President. So this is a clubhouse that is a fan of Martha. So it wasn't that he was trying to keep it a secret because it was something mean. It's that he really likes Martha and he made a club to appreciate her. That's why Martha's ashamed that she kept pushing and went into the clubhouse. Let's keep reading. "You old sweetheart," she said to George. George smiled. "I hope you've learned your lesson." "I certainly have," said his friend. Good. Let's go back and we are going to reread this passage one last time. Let's try to put everything together to sound as smooth as we can, looking at punctuation, looking at any words that might be different from the others, and thinking about what is happening in the story. Let's reread on 3. 1, 2, 3. When Martha saw the inside of George's clubhouse, she was so ashamed. "You old sweetheart," she said to George. George smiled. "I hope you've learned your lesson." "I certainly have," said his friend. Bruins and Highlanders, one thing that will help you when you are reading and finish reading is that you can always to go back and reread chapter 2 as smooth as you can using all of the strategies you have learned in these past few weeks. Now it's your turn.